Over 12,000 apartment dwellers have already transformed their dogs in 7 days. They were exactly where you are now, frustrated, exhausted, convinced the apartment was the problem. They were wrong, and so were the trainers who told them they needed a backyard. Why this works? Removes isolation. The apartment owner realizes they're not alone in this specific pain. The number, 12,000, is credible and specific. The reframe, advantage flip. Your apartment isn't a limitation. It's your competitive advantage. And now you know why. Why this works. The viewer has already been primed to see the apartment as an asset. This reinforces it. The challenge. The 7-day challenge starts now. Click the link below, grab the guide, and in 1 week your dog will be house trained. No more accidents, no more shame, just a clean home and a dog that finally gets it. Here's what every dog trainer won't tell you. The apartment isn't your problem. It's actually your advantage. I know that sounds crazy. You've probably heard the opposite your whole life. You need a backyard. You need space. Your dog needs room to run. But that's not how dogs learn to be clean. The denning instinct. Dogs are den animals. It's hardwired into their DNA. In the wild, a dog's den is sacred. It's where they sleep, where they're safe, where they never soil themselves. That instinct is still alive in your apartment dog. Here's the key. In a small space, your dog's brain makes a connection fast. The entire apartment becomes the den. Not just the bedroom, not just the living room, the whole thing. And when the whole space is the den, the instinct kicks in immediately. I don't pee here. This is where I live. That's the biological shortcut most trainers miss. Now, compare that to a house with a backyard. The dog sees the yard as separate from the house. It's not the den, it's the bathroom zone. But here's the problem. The dog doesn't understand the boundaries. Is the patio part of the bathroom? What about the deck? What about the corner by the door? The dog is confused, so it takes months, sometimes years, to figure out the rules. The space is too big. The zones blur together. In your apartment, there's no confusion. The zones are clear. So let me reframe this for you. Your apartment isn't a limitation. It's a teaching tool. You have something a backyard owner doesn't have: control. You can map 3 zones: the den, the feeding area, and the bathroom spot. Your dog learns the difference in days, not months. The apartment forces clarity, and clarity is what makes dogs learn fast. The limitation is actually your secret weapon. But here's what you need to understand about how this works biologically. Because once you know the science, the method becomes obvious. Let's talk about the 3 zones and why your apartment is the perfect classroom for your dog. Your dog's nose is a supercomputer. It can detect 300 million scent receptors compared to your 6 million. That's not just a difference in numbers, it's a difference in reality. When your dog pees on the carpet, he's not just making a mess. He's leaving a chemical signature. And every time he smells that signature, his brain says, "This is the bathroom." So here's the problem. If you don't interrupt that cycle immediately, you're not just cleaning a carpet, you're reinforcing a neural pathway. And neural pathways get stronger with repetition. Territorial mapping. Now here's where your apartment becomes a teaching tool. In a house with a yard, the dog's olfactory map is huge. The backyard smells like grass, dirt, and freedom. The house smells like home. The dog's brain is constantly switching between 2 territories. But in an apartment, the olfactory landscape is unified. Every corner smells like den. Every room is part of the same territory. Your dog's brain doesn't have to switch contexts. It just has to learn one rule. The den stays clean. That's why apartment dogs learn faster. The sensory input is consistent. There's no confusion, no competing signals. The 3-zone blueprint. This is where the method comes in. You're going to divide your apartment into 3 biological zones, and your dog will understand the difference in days. Zone 1, the den. This is where your dog sleeps, eats, and spends most of his time. The instinct here is absolute. I don't pee where I sleep. This is non-negotiable for dogs. Zone 2, the feeding area. This is separate from the den, usually the kitchen. Your dog learns that food happens here, but the den instinct still applies. He won't soil this zone either. Zone 3. The bathroom spot. This is the only place where peeing is allowed. It's outside the apartment on a designated pad or in a specific corner, depending on your method. Your dog learns. This over 12,000 apartment owners have already transformed their dogs in 7 days. They were exactly where you are now, frustrated, exhausted, convinced the apartment was the problem. They were wrong, and so were the trains. Over 12,000 apartment owners have already transformed their dogs in 7 days. They were exactly where you are now, frustrated, exhausted, convinced the apartment was the problem. They weren't special. They didn't have more patience. They didn't have bigger apartments. They just knew the system, and now they have clean homes and dogs that finally get it. The cost reality. Let's talk about the real cost of waiting. A professional carpet cleaning? $200. Sometimes $300 if the damage is deep, and that's just one cleaning. Most people do it 3, 4, 5 times before they give up or finally get help. This ebook costs less than 1/10 of a single cleaning, and it doesn't just clean the carpet, it prevents the problem entirely. It stops the accidents before they happen, so the real question isn't, can I afford the ebook? The real question is, can I afford not to buy it? You're not buying a guide. You're not buying information. You're buying your peace of mind back. You're buying the ability to come home without dread, to walk on your carpet without checking for accidents, to feel proud of your dog instead of frustrated. That's worth more than $200. That's worth more than the carpet itself. And it starts in the next 7 days. Here's the thing. The apartment-specific bonus module, the one that walks you through zone mapping for small spaces, is only available for the next 48 hours. After that, it's gone, and you'll have to figure out the apartment-specific timing on your own. So if you're serious about solving this in 7 days, this is the moment. Click the link below. It takes 60 seconds to get access. You'll have the complete guide, the bonus module, and the 7-day timeline waiting for you. Start the challenge today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today, your apartment dog is ready to learn. The question is, are you ready to teach him? Your apartment dog will be house-trained in 1 week. Let's go. The link is in the description of this video, and it's also pinned in the first comment. If you're watching on TV, the QR code is appearing on your screen right now. Just scan it and you're in. 7 days. That's all it takes to see real, measurable change.